Hello students, welcome to my online classroom. Today in this video I am going to teach you an elementary school classroom in a slum. This poem is taken from our English reader Flamingo. First part of the poem I explained in my first video, and remaining part I'll explain today in the second part of this poem. So let's move on to the text. Please open your book also and follow me line by line. Here meaning of some words I wrote here and meaning of many other words I'll tell you during explaining the poem. In previous stanzas I told that how the children of in this slum area, they are studying in one school, so it is called elementary school. So how they were deprived or how they are backward, still the world has developed, but still in which way they are living. So these all things I explained, and now the remaining part in this video will take up. Surely Shakespeare is wicked, the map a bad example, with ships and sun and love tempting them to steal, for lives that sleepily turn in their camped holes, from fog to endless night on their slacks heap. These children were skins peeped through by bones and spectacles of steel, with mended glass like bottle bits on stones. All of their time and space are foggy slum. So blot their maps with slums as big as doom. Now let us take line by line. Surely Shakespeare is wicked, the map a bad example. In the first paragraph, very beginning stanza, I told you that in their classroom one portrait or one photo of Shakespeare was there on the wall of the classroom. So here it is called Shakespeare is wicked. Why Shakespeare is wicked means Shakespeare is not good, not suitable in their classroom, because Shakespeare is the symbol of knowledge. He was very famous poet and dramatist, and the children, those who are in the classroom of this slum English school, slum elementary school, so actually they don't know anything about Shakespeare. So it is wicked. So Shakespeare is wicked, and the map a bad example, and one world map is also there. So world map also they don't know anything about the world, but map is there. So there here a kind of irony is there. So the children don't know about the things, only these things are hanging in their wall, in the wall of their classroom, with ships and sun and love tempting them to steal. Another sceneries are there. There the ship is given there and the sun and these beautiful sceneries and these sceneries are in the classroom. They are tempting them to steal. Actually they also wanted to steal or enjoy this all the beautiful things of the world, but they don't know anything about these things. For leaves that sleepily turn in their cramped hole. For leaves that sleepily means how, in which way they are living in these places. Here sleepily means secretly, turn in their cramped hole, in which way they are living. So the places here, cramped means very small houses, dark houses, and where they are living, they will be buried there only, because they will not know anything about the outer world. So here cramped holes means very small houses are there. Actually meaning of this cramped means very small and narrow type of holes are there. So here in such type of bad houses, they are not good for living. In these houses they are living. From fog to endless night. From fog to means their life is beginning from the dark, means when these children are taking birth that time onward to the end of their life, endless night. So, in their whole life, there are no chances to get any chance to develop or to enjoy the outer world or the beauty of the world. On their slag heap, these children were skin peeped, and where they are living, so the surrounding are the places it is called there, on their slag heap. Slag heap means where all the waste material is gathered there and bad smell is coming there. So they are sitting on the heap of the waste material, garbage are there, it is gathered there, and these children are living there. These children were skin peeped through by bones and spectacles of steel with mended glass. Some other things poet is describing here, that how poor these children are there. They are not given sufficient food. They are not able to have enough food or full meal. That's why how weak and thin they are now appearing. So here one example here poet is giving, that where skin peeped. So it is appearing just like they have worn, or their skin is like a cloth over their body. They have worn it, and through their skin their peeps is peeping out. Their bones is peeping out. So they are so thin that the bones are appearing outside from their skin. So it is described here that how severe poverty is there with these children, and other things, and spectacles of steel with mended glass. So, and they were wearing the spectacles. So these spectacles are also not made with good material. They are made with mended glass, means the glass which are broken and again they were repaired, and their spectacles are made, and they are wearing these spectacles like bottle bits, just like the glasses what are used in their spectacles are they may be the pieces of any broken bottle on stones. So here just like the bottles are broken and their glasses are mended, and their spectacles are made. So this is showing that even they are not able to manage to wear the very necessary things for their living, or to manage very necessary things like spectacles, and even clothes also, and even diet also they don't have suitable or required meal they also not able to get from their parents. So they are very poor, that writer wanted to describe here. All of their time and space are foggy slum. All of their time means the time where they are living, means the time of their childhood or the time of their learning, and the space, so or the place where they are living, these all things are foggy, means nothing is clear, even their future is not bright. So everything is dark in their life, and there is no chance, no hope that in future they will do something great or they will do something good. So blot their maps with slum as big as doom. So here what the narrator is saying, the world map what they are having in their classroom, and in the world map name of different countries and the name of beautiful places are mentioned there. So these things are not useful. Instead these all things, one big mark should be drawn there or should be created there in the map, and that mark should be the mark of their poverty, of their doom or their destiny, or it should indicate that this is the mark of their doom. Let's move to next paragraph. Unless governor, inspector, visitor, this map becomes their window, and these windows that shut upon their lives like catacombs. Break, oh break, open till they break the town, and sow the children to green fields, and make their world run azure on gold sands, and let their tongues run naked into books, the white and green leaves open. History theirs whose language is the sun. Here poet is saying, unless governor, inspector or visitor, means Still, why these people are very poor? Why their areas or the localities or where they are living or the surrounding is not developed? Because the responsible people, those who are having the responsibility to support them and to develop these, they did not do anything. They have ignored it. So the narrator is angry here. So he's telling that until these responsible people will not take the responsibility to improve these people, nothing will happen them. So what they should do? Here narrator is suggesting this map becomes their window and these windows. So here what is the map hanging in the classroom? It should become their window and these windows. So here one window through the map they can see that what is in the world, and another window what they are having in their classroom. Through this what outside they can see that shut upon their lives like catacomb. And because of not going out of the window, means out of the place where they are living, their life is confined or closed in some limited area only, or the place where they are living. And in this way what happened? Live like catacomb. So the place where they are living, it became like a burial place. So one day they will die there, they will buried there, but they will not know that how beautiful outer world is there. That's why here what suggestion poet is giving, or poet is suggesting them break, oh break, open till they break the down. So he's telling that you don't confine yourself up to the boundary of your school or your locality. Here break, oh break means what he's saying that you have to do some hard work and you have to break the circle of your poverty. You have to break the circle of your backwardness and you have to come out from these all circles, and afterward you can reach to the developed places like town and show the children to green field and make their world. So until they will come out from the circle of their backwardness and poverty, they will not be knowing that how the beauty of the world and what is the power of the education and actually what is the joy of the nature. They will not know, so they should come out. And here the narrator is saying that they should be permitted, or the children should be taken out to show the beautiful world of the nature or beautiful beauty of the nature and the beauty of the world. They should be taken out of these classrooms and they should they should know, or they should be allowed to know this beauty of the world. Their world run azure on gold sands. Let them enjoy the beauty of the sand also, beauty of the nature also. Here azure means the beauty of the blue sky that they cannot see from their places. And let their tongues run naked into books. Let their tongues run naked means let them read the books openly into the white and green leaves open. Here white and green leaf means these are the pages of their textbook or the books. So let them read the beautiful pages, means green, white and green pages. These are the pages, color of the pages of the book. So let them read these books and let them know that what is written there. So let them learn, or let them get educated that how type of world is there and what is the beauty or what are the joys of the world that they are deprived, and they should have right to enjoy these all the things. History there whose language is the sun. And when they will be educated, when they will have the power of their knowledge, then only build their own history, or they can create their own history, and they will be also known like other people, those who created their history, and they are known in the world. So let them do these all the things, then only it will be possible that they will come out of these all backwardness and poverty, and they can enjoy all the pleasure of the world. So dear students, this is the line by line explanation of this poem. And here I want to tell you, during explaining some poetic devices are very important. And one more thing you should notice, definitely one question in the examination will be asked for 1 mark, that identify the poetic device. Here let me explain. Afterward you have to find out these lines. I am not telling that where are these devices used. So I am explaining these poetic devices which are used in the poem. Alliteration means when one sound will come repeatedly, many times. So one example let me give here. Here in this paragraph, surely Shakespeare, here S sound is 2 times came. So wherever the sound will repeat, it will be called alliteration. Second is called simile. Simile means comparison. So wherever as or like these words will come, so you can identify that there simile poetic device is used here. So here I want to tell you, like bottle bits. One example is there, like bottle bits. So here simile is used here. And third one is their repetition. So when one word will come more than one time, repeatedly, 2 times, 3 times, one word will come. So it is called repetition. So here in the poem you can see here that break, oh break. In the previous paragraph, far I told you. So here break, oh break. So 2 times break words is coming. So it is repetition here. And metaphor means here it is implied simile. It is not complete comparison. So such type of devices are used here. Let me tell you here. There, whose language is the sun. Here language is the sun, so language directly compared to the sun. So here it is metaphor. And here in the previous paragraph I also told you, here you can come in the first paragraph, there I told you the paper seeming boy. Paper seeming boy is also metaphor, example of metaphor. And here personification, or we can say it is imagery. So whenever the poet is used that any natural object or non-living object or any other object who is not person and behave like a person, so it is called personification. So here in the poem, here their tongue run naked. Here the poet is saying that the tongue should be allowed to run naked. Here it is personification. And somewhere poets are using one more device, it is called allusion. Allusion means whenever the reference of some great people or the places will be given, it is called allusion. Just like in the poem, reference of Shakespeare given there. So you know that who is Shakespeare? Shakespeare is world famous dramatist and poet. So this is allusion here. So these are the definition are about the poetic devices I told you, and you yourself find that where these devices are used. Dear student, I hope that you like this video, and if you want to watch, please subscribe my channel and press bell icon so that you can get notification of my all new upload videos. Thank you for watching.